Good evening, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our special Horizon Ursa Mother SAGAS TTRPG Playtest. I am so excited that you are here. I am so excited to start into part 2. This part 1 was just fun and exciting for myself, and I'm sure it was for these wonderful players that we're about to introduce to you. I am Game Mistress Winter. You can find me at GMistressWinter on X, Instagram, and now Blue Sky. So thank you. And we will introduce everybody else, but I am your GM for tonight, and I am excited for part 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and introduce everybody else. Starting with Dorchi.
Hi, I am Dor. I'm playing Rarzan in the Sun Cleric for this particular adventure. My name's Nate Lauterback. I like to play Dungeons and Dragons. I love RPGs. I can be found on Twitter at @Lauterback.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here as our healer and hacker, I believe. Do you want to talk about Rarzan just a little bit for those who may have missed part 1 or need a refresher?
So he's a cross between being a healer and being, a tech guy. So he can hack into technology. He has some cool stuff he can do with his focus, like identifying weaknesses for the enemies. I can actually talk to people over distances, things like.
Fantastic. Well, maybe, just maybe, you'll get to put some of those skills to use tonight. Thank you so much. How about you, Mally?
Hello, I'm Mally. You can find me on Twitter at Mally_to_black. Today I am playing the part of Clanker, who is so named for a not great prosthetic leg that gives them a lot of issues and cuts short their career as a scout. But they are still quite nimble of finger. They are exceptional at pulling machines apart and putting them back together, and they are, I believe, being in their 30s, basically the old man of the group.
Wonderful. Glad to have you along. Juicy.
Hi, I'm Juicy Garland, Boston area drag queen and super nerd. I am super excited to be playing Tech Talk, our super tall and grumpy old hunter. She comes along with some step on me mommy energy and a grizzly voice.
Super grizzly. She may actually be our mama bear of this whole
Heck
thing.
Yeah.
And just as deadly. Well, thank you so much. And last but absolutely not least, the creator of Sagas, Dennis.
Hi.
And you do not get to be shy.
Hi. You probably already know who I am if you're here, but just in case you don't, I'm Dennis. I wrote this game, which is still in development, and that Winter has been so kind as to let me play in instead of run myself. So I am very, very excited to reprise Belfort, the other teenager of the group, and the kid who is on the losing side of the battle that takes place at the end of the Horizon Zero Dawn game's timeline.
Yes.
Now he's just trying to fit back into a different society than the one that has now been destroyed.
Fantastic. For those of you who may need a refresher on part 1, our illustrious members were brought together by a call to adventure from a Karja entrepreneur named Tennis. Tennis offered a share of the bounty if these brave young souls would venture into Lightshine Gorge and the caves beneath to seek out not only a room full of gold among the ruins of the metal world, but also to face down the legendary two-headed fire-breathing human-machine hybrid that supposedly lurks there somewhere deep beneath. Our adventurers struck out, found the gorge, handled a couple of watchers, descended into the caves, and came across not only a long-forgotten camp, but also a small pairing of scrappers who they just had to deal with. And that is where we will pick up. So the last scrapper had fallen. Let me get this activated for you.
I suppose if the last scrapper had fallen, we should start digging through the wreckage to see what we can find.
Yes.
Very much so.
Remind me where exactly we are. Like, what are our surroundings right now?
These caves are shallow underneath the Lightshine Gorge. You had gone down into it, found a system of caves. There was a camp right at the entrance, and the caves continued in. There is some vegetation, so it's not so deep that no light will get down there. In fact, you can see in the distance around corners that there are pockets of sunlight seeping in through holes in the canopy of rock above you. And you are southwest of Meridian from where you started. And I'm going to interrupt real quick. Thank you so much, Militant Hobbit, for donating $25 to support Planned Parenthood Federation of America. It will go a long way to providing services for the dwindling few who can actually obtain those services because of certain politics. But they need all the help they can get, so thank you so much.
Atta girl. She's with me.
Well, thank you. Sorry, you were saying, Belfort.
Is anybody hurt? I'm fine, but is everybody else fine?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave him one of our healing potions, so we should be good.
Oh. Wait, when did that happen? Did I miss that? I'm usually pretty perceptive.
Yeah, I just gave it to him. Just gave it to him. No hurt.
Man, I gotta... Ooh.
Brain's not working.
I'm slipping. So, does anybody else know what these are?
Sorry to interrupt again. Again, random person, H2O, thank you so much for the $5 support. Really appreciate you. Thanks, Emma.
Yeah, these are scrappers. They have sharp teeth, they break things down, and they have lasers. Maybe you guys could take those lasers.
Which one's the laser? And he's gonna, I'm gonna, like, lift up one of the legs.
As it is machine, there are no genitalia to speak of. But the laser would have come out of the pod mounted on its back.
It seems awfully, attached.
Rip it off.
Oh. I mean, I guess. And unfortunately, I think Mally is frozen. And
Oh no! would have totally interjected.
Clanker is the one that
I'm
took
sure.
the skill that goes with this.
I am sure that he would have interjected at this moment. Yep,
I
there
have
you
no
go.
doubt.
Oh, wait, is he back? Are you back,
He's
Mally?
back.
Yep.
Okay.
Foundry,
What's that?
all the resources. Foundry decided to take all of a sudden. The laser, it ended up shooting at Clanker, right?
I believe it did. Yes.
Okay, so
It,
he would make a note to go for that first.
fantastic. So do you want to give me a field stripping roll?
I very much do, especially now that I get to use D6s for that.
Woohoo! I love that.
And that's a 1.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That-
Also, just as an FYI, I loot double shards because of my skill.
You do. So, on a 1, you get to loot 2 items from all tiers that I have in that particular document. So if you would like to choose which ones you managed to extract from this first one.
Let me take a look and
So
see
for
what
our-
my choices are.
So for our viewers' benefit, tier 1, you're going to have the best of the best pieces. That's going to include the machine's heart, which kind of looks like a very large computer chip or processor. You're going to have the nerve, which is going to be its central connections and signal distribution. You have its core, which it's going to be its central power core. Tier 2, we move into its muscles, the stuff that actuates its movements, the circulator, which is a motor or other moving part of the machine, a canister, if applicable. So that's going to be like a canister of blaze or shock, a shock coil, or chill water. Then in tier 3, you have a choice of a vessel, so something on the machine that can act as a container, a lens, so that's going to be like its eye, or a shard. So if you select shards in tier 3, you get to roll a d6 to determine how many shards are found. And in this case, Clanker would get twice.
Nice. So I do like the thought of grabbing the heart.
Okay. Grab a scrapper heart.
And I'd kind of like to flavor, since he was going specifically for whatever shot that beam, kind of like to flavor that as a canister.
Perfect. Yeah. It could be counted as a shock coil.
All right.
Not the thing you work into a armor, more just like a battery, essentially.
Cool. Go ahead and grab that. And then get to work on the second one.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that d6 for that one.
And that is another 1.
Whoa.
with deft fingers, and I'll let you decide which items you're going to collect. With deft fingers, you begin picking apart these machines with expert precision, pulling out the best pieces, almost as if you're a surgeon at this. You pull out the processors, you make sure that there's no feedback so that they get fried, and they stay nice and operable.
All right. I'm a little curious, and so I'm looking at this table, and I know this is kind of a work in progress, but I know that like a 2 is like 2 tier 1 items, and you can trade downward.
Yes.
And I'm reading 2 items from all tiers. Does that mean 2 from each?
Yep. 2 from 1, 2 from 2, 2 from 3.
Cool. So likewise going for because I ended up getting a 1 on both. I'm basically just going to duplicate 4 of these. I'll do a heart and a core.
Okay.
A circulator and a canister, and let's do a lens and a vessel.
Perfect.
So
go ahead and
2
write
of
those
each
down.
of those.
And the big reason why what parts you pull out are important, well, there's 2 reasons. One, you can use those parts to barter with. And instead of spending shards, you can instead trade the pieces for goods and services. The second reason is because you can use those specific items to craft things like bombs.
Yes.
Because I remember somebody saying they can't wait to make some bombs.
Oh, yes.
Perfect. With as little time as it takes you to take out all of those pieces, it's about the time that you stand up from collecting your bounty that you see movement behind you.
I'll grab my focus.
Wait, who sees movement?
Clanker.
Oh, sorry.
Are you done yet,
finish.
Clanker? I'm getting bored.
You can't rush perfection. You wanna, if you're bored, take a look over, yawn, and I kind of gesture with my head over at the movement that I see.
As you turn to point out the movement, you find yourself face to face with someone else. Judging by the face paint and the armor, warrior type, who is thrusting a spear in your direction. Rarzan, simultaneously, someone merges out of the shadow, and you find a blade at your throat.
Hello.
Like to hide.
Okay, give me a
I don't
step.
know if I can because they're very aware of all of us, I'm sure. But I'll do my best.
Hey, you can always roll a 1.
4.
Okay. You dive back into the bushes behind you, just as the commotion commences. A large brute of a man comes in behind his friend and comes out from behind. Comes out with his friends. and surveys the area. Locks eyes with Tech. Sizes you up. This is our hunt.
No, this is ours.
Scrapper is going to hold their hands up, placatingly. Easy, 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 friends.
The warrior thrusts her spear at you menacingly, warning you not to move.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and aim it at her.
There's no need for bloodshed.
Especially mine.
The scrappers came upon us as we were making our way through. We defended ourselves. We took them down, but we can potentially share.
We don't care about your piddly little scraps. We're here for big game.
What sort of game?
The biggest. The deadliest.
Perhaps we can come to an accord then.
The only accord that we are willing to accept is for you to abandon this place. These are our grounds.
You make good jokes. Let go of my friend or you die.
He pulls this large weapon off of his back.
He shoots him in the face before he can do anything.
All right.
Combat it is then.
Oh man!
An attempt was made.
An attempt
Aggressive
was
negotiations.
made. That is true. Fantastic.
Just for shits and giggles, because I do have this peaceful tribe trait. I kind of want to see what it would have come up with.
I mean, you can roll it, sure.
I mean, just because we're going into combat doesn't necessarily mean I have to do combat actions, right?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. All right.
It's a D10, right?
Yes.
Can we spend effort on
A reaction check is still a check, so yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 of my effort to give myself another die.
In order to give yourself another die, you need to boost, which costs 3. If you're helping someone, it only costs 2.
Okay, so I will burn my remaining effort then, and boost. I was hoping to have one for a rainy day, but might end up needing it.
You know, I think I'm going to start lying about my rolls because I keep rolling ones and it feels unnatural.
Hey, go with what the dice says.
Always. Embrace the
The
chaos.
dice are the real storytellers.
All right, I'm
They are the
glad.
decider of worlds.
Glad I did that because I'm pretty sure that 9 would have been it, but I'll go with the 5 instead.
Belfort?
4.
Tech?
6.
Clanker, you said 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. And Rarzan.
1.
Nice. Well, Rarzan, you see... oh, sorry, go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, at least this time, I actually do want to go before somebody else. because I don't want to be standing next to this guy anymore. He's scary.
Perfect. You see what's about to go down, and in your short experience with tech, you know that she runs in bows a twanging, and you get the jump. So what do you want to do?
Yes. I am going to... It looks like there's 3 of them on here.
Yep.
And my movement's like 4 squares. I'm going to try to get in behind Tech.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell Clanker, you got this! And give him one of my effort.
Okay, thank you. So that means I have 1 effort.
And that's it for now. These guys are not tech related, so I may be completely useless in this fight.
Sure. Yeah, your focus will light them up, but will only identify them as human. All right. That will bring us to Belfort.
Oh man, decisions. Yeah, I think I'm just going to I'm going to take aim at the leader, jump out of the bushes, take 2 steps forward, still within the same zone, and hurl a rock at the guy that was talking.
All right. That would be the one in the back.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me your throw.
7.
Would this qualify as a sneak attack?
Good question. If it does, then I would get
It
another
does.
Thanks, Mally. Ah,
Of course.
6.
Oh.
I literally just happened to scroll past that thing as I'm looking through what my options are.
The rock is true, but his reaction is quick enough that he swings a gauntlet up and bats it away.
Yeah, that's all I can do. I'm done.
All right.
I'll stay in the same zone.
Clanker?
So I would like to stand still up, showing palms, showing no weapons. Kind of grateful that this rock didn't end up hitting because might still be able to salvage this.
Okay.
Your hunt will go better with more people, more bodies, more targets. It'll go a lot worse if you lose people here and now. There is no reason for us to fight.
Yeah.
Let's hope for something low.
Sure.
Ooh.
2. The warrior in the back, the leader, trains his weapon on Tech and kind of swings it between Tech and Belfort since he was just pelted with a rock. But puts up a hand for parlay. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And you said that this happened like basically as I finished prying the last piece. So I'm probably like down on one knee.
Sure.
I'm gonna look up at the person who has a spear trained on me, and I'm going to easy, friend, easy, and attempt to stand. hands still in a peaceful gesture.
She will let you stand. In fact, with their leader calling hold, the two will not aggress forward, but they're also still standing vigilant and tense, which will turn to Tech to see if you want to loose that arrow, or will Clanker's attempts at diplomacy stay your hand?
I think she has the arrow knocked and the bowstring pulled, and she will rest there for a moment and pause, and she will grunt, "Go! Say what you will."
Much obliged.
Make it snappy.
Alright.
You have a good point. This beast has driven off more hunters than I can count. But we will fell it. I do not wish to waste our resources on such easy marks.
Wry smile from Clanker. Of course. Better to use those resources on big game.
Are you after the creature?
Refresh my memory. Is this likely the creature that we are seeking? Or are we here for a different reason?
Oh. So that was one of the... Well, so the goal is to get into whatever... To find and get into whatever ruins of the metal world... That to find that room of gold. However, it was said to be guarded by some legendary beast.
We don't seek the creature, we seek what it guards. You can claim the credit for the hunt. We just need to get into the room past it.
And what, pray tell, is it guarding?
Not your problem.
Could be any number of things, but I imagine that once we successfully fell the beast, we'll find something we can all appreciate. I can even assist you in claiming trophies from the beast. And I kind of gesture to the friggin' surgically dissected pair of scrappers sitting next to each other.
You are offering a share of your find?
I look over to the rest of the group.
If you get off your asses and help us kill the beast. Yes.
He sneers a bit.
If you're up to it. You look weak.
A fair a fair portion for fair. A fair portion for the effort put in.
He takes a moment to consider it. You can see all the math.
And,
Very well. You may join our hunt. And Tech chafes the whole time.
I now have 3 more people to protect me. Yes, this is great.
Wonderful. So, with a hand wave, the other 2 will drop their aggressive stances and weapons to their sides. And pray tell, what are your names so that we may know who is on our hunt?
I am Clanker.
Belfort!
The large one you've met, that's Tech Talk.
Hi,
Yes.
I'm Rarzan. Have you guys heard of the Sun God?
And who is on our hunt?
One, actually, each of them in their own way reacts to the priest's exclamation with sneers or spits, curses. Belfort, you will recognize their markings, armor, and reactions as someone close to home.
Oh.
They are definitely Karja and Shadow, possibly even Eclipse.
I don't say anything.
The leader steps forward some. I am Zavat. This is Exethet. And that is Joran. So, Exenth is on the left, the one with the spear, and Joran is the one with the cloak and dagger.
Gentle bow to each of them.
I'll nod. Your knife's really sharp.
Joran flicks his thumb over the tip, just to intimidate you.
I'm not intimidated now. They're on my side.
Oh, the naive.
Counterpoint, Tech Talk is on your side. Are you not intimidated by her?
Oh, she's my friend. Now her arms are as big as my thighs, but that's okay.
I could crush your skull with my thighs.
Threaten me with a good time.
You would not like it. You are not my type.
What was that villain in GoldenEye, I believe?
Xenia on the top.
Xenia on the top.
She always did like a good squeeze.
I mean, who doesn't?
Killed several people with her thighs.
Good for her. That's talent.
That's dedication to a bit, you know?
And I respect that. Above all else, commitment to a bit.
All right.
Well,
So-
it's a good thing we're all friends now.
I wouldn't call us friends. Friend?
Me neither.
Glad
Oh.
we
Temporary
understand
allies.
each other. So tell us.
Roll for glare.
Okay.
Oh, sure. You're just gonna match glares.
Roll for angry.
They're gonna have a grunt off.
Is that
Now,
what the kids are calling it these days?
our camp is around the corner. Why don't you join us and tell us more about this ruin?
All right.
We will respectfully take you up on your hospitality.
Very good. They will motion, or the big one will motion toward the tunnel behind him. After you.
Slowly beginning to clank my way in the designated direction.
Tech Talk will go last. After everyone else.
The cloak and
I will
dagger,
go-
or Joran, will lead the way.
I will go second to last
Okay.
and have a low conversation with Tech Talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Tech Talk, I couldn't help but notice you want to kill these guys.
Yes.
So-
Well,
Sorry.
so maybe that's not a good idea yet, because we're a little bit tired from the many fights we just had against big, scary metal things.
What do you mean by we?
Right? Okay, I'm tired.
Okay. Oh, okay. You are weak. Yes. I know.
And I was just wondering if you wanted to sort of do like a betrayal kind of thing. Oh no. Sorry, Quinn. I was wondering if you wanted to do like a sort of betrayal kind of thing, where we sort of like fight with them, make them fight the thing, and then when they're all tired, like I am right now, we just kill them because it would be like super easy.
So don't kill them.
Kill the big thing first, then kill all the little ones. But not me, or our priest kid, or our scrapper boy.
Well, that would be pointless. You're so weak. Why bother?
Right, of course. Well, just think about it. you can join in the fight against the big thing, and then that certainly won't. Yes, but even killing something that big, I'm sure for you is not going to be a challenge. What'll be a challenge is killing more after that, because you're not going to be sated.
No, never.
Right. So once we're done with the big one, it's like sort of like eating a meal, a big meal, and then having dessert afterwards.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I will have them as dessert, but fighting. Yes.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Right. Yay.
Agreed.
Fantastic.
Good talk.
Yes, good talk.
Yes.
All right.
Don't let them stab you in the back.
No. Of course, my back is
very
like
stabbable. You are weak. Yes. Easy to kill. Yes.
Why don't we walk together to this camp? I'm hungry.
Okay. Come.
All right. We'll just get everybody situated. All right.
Friendship.
Friendship.
True friendship.
Just the perfect friendship.
Always more Cole Porter.
All right. The group settles in around a fire that they have built under a natural chimney.
Oop, not in the fire. Okay.
A turkey is placed on a spit over the fire.
That smells delicious.
I love that we have turkeys in the post-apocalyptic robot dinosaur future.
So that's actually a fair point. In terms of animals, there are so few species. You have boars, turkeys, foxes, rabbits, fish, and a couple of smaller birds. At least in the first game, if I remember correctly. In the second game, they extended to a few more species. There's owls, crows. Yeah, but the actual animal population of Earth is very limited. And doesn't usually get much bigger than, say, a boar.
I do love that turkeys are still around, but they are nasty, mean sons of bitches. I am not surprised.
That they survived the apocalypse.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know if anyone else around the US has to deal with this, but in Mass, and in particularly on Cape Cod, they are aggressive fearmongers of animals. And they terrorize people, and it's fantastic.
I get them in my backyard. I don't go out there when they're out there because they're 30 to 40 pounds of angry muscle living dinosaur that I want nothing to do with.
They are one of the, maybe even the only bird that can fly straight up off the ground.
Yeah,
But they can't stay
terrifying when you wanna be.
airborne for a long time, can they?
No, they just fly up to a branch and sit there.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Now
and then drop to your doom.
we don't.
They're sprinters for sure.
I think we have small populations of turkeys in this area. Not that I've ever really seen. But will we get our geese?
Mm.
And geese can be pretty ornery too.
Right, especially Canada geese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're assholes.
Quick question.
Sure.
Our temporary allies, would they happen to be wearing any kind of armor?
They are.
Very good to know. And the beast that we are, likely going to be fighting, would that likewise be considered armored?
Yes.
Excellent.
More than likely.
They're on the beast's side. They both have armor.
Ah, they just want to add to their armor. It's like hunting down a dragon for its scales, you know?
That smells delicious. What are you seasoning that with?
I like to collect a vast array of herbs on my travels. I'm sure you will find it quite pleasant. This is Zenith.
Do I recognize that?
Recognize...
Name of the herb? You just mentioned?
No. That's the name
Oh.
of the warrior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, do I know what they've put on the bird? Can I maybe use my wild survivalist
Go for it.
skill? I am paranoid and want to make sure we're not being poisoned. I rolled a 5.
Looks to be some rosemary and basil.
It's good. Good job.
Is it done cooking? Can we eat?
Give it time. Now, what do you know of these caves? What is this creature keeping secrets?
Oh, I was kinda hoping you knew.
The ruins of the old ones are not my particular interest, except when it will make me wealthy.
I mean, there were
Oh.
stories about some like two-headed dragon thing, but the person who sent us in here absolutely 100% said that those were just myths. So it's definitely not a two-headed fire-breathing dragon that we're going to be fighting.
That is the creature that we are here for. Do you seek to claim it?
I mean, it's a myth,
No.
so no.
Again, we're
It
not
is
here
no
for the
myth.
creature.
We have had brethren nearly destroyed by this creature, and we will have it.
Yes, I too have weak brethren.
Have you seen it?
We are hunting it.
Oh, so how do you know they weren't destroyed by something else? That's not a two-headed fire-breathing thing.
Well, their brethren survived, right? They must have had stories.
They just said the brethren were destroyed.
Nearly. We've had a survivor return with their tail.
Oh, I am sorry.
tail
They're
between their
cowards, too.
legs. I'm sorry, no offense.
He
My
just
condolences.
glares at you, Belfort. You'd think you'd want to show more respect and honor to your brethren. Calling you out particularly, Belfort.
Yeah, sorry.
So you know nothing of the treasure that it supposedly guards?
Only that it is there and more than enough for all interested parties.
Then we will find it. And we will be victorious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
While this conversation is going on and throughout the course of the evening, Clanker is going to be doing quite a bit of crafting.
Okay.
Hammering out arrows, making a couple of bombs, repairing any weapons and armor that might need it. Let's start with the bombs first, because those are going to be the fun one.
Anybody else want to do anything in this time of rest?
I want to see if I can... no, never mind.
Remind me, do we recover effort during rest?
Yes.
Okay,
You recover
Alright.
everything on a rest.
that's what I thought. Okay.
Now,
So that is a 4.
Are you planning
That's two
on resting more than just an hour? Or do you want to sleep the night and...
I assume we are going to have to sleep the night
Okay.
in shifts to make sure we're not murdered.
Yep. And they are going to do the same. Have at least one of their members awake at any given time.
And we'll glare at each other longingly
Hey.
from the distance.
Perfect. There's 3 of them and 3 of you.
You also participate, son
Oh,
boy.
nice.
Okay, I guess.
So that's 10 hard point.
So you'll have your different shifts.
If possible,
Yes.
I would
15 hard
like to
point.
take the same shift as Izeth, their leader.
Ezenth? Yeah. The bird will be cooked and distributed. As delicious as turkey legs sound, they are very difficult and tough to eat because there's lots of ligaments and little bones and very tasty but difficult to eat. You fill your bellies and split up the shifts and bunk down for the evening. And sure, you can be awoken and stay up while Exenth is on watch. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hello.
Right.
I just wanted to ask, where were you after the battle? Were you able to participate?
Out the gate, you seem to have struck a bit of a nerve. As this, like, uncomfortable twitchiness settles over her. I did not see the end of the battle. Did you?
No, but I think I would have liked to. I just sort of scouted Meridian, came back with information about their defenses, and then just told me to sit tight while they marched into a rain of fire that I told them was coming. They went anyway.
You sound like a patriot. A follower of our cause, yet you travel with... And her gaze specifically points out Rarzan. Heretics. How do I not brand you a traitor here and now?
Well, I mean, I guess it would be as much as I deserve. But all I was trying to do was survive. I didn't know where to go afterwards. I was able to sneak in to the city after, and as long as I kept myself well enough hidden, I fed myself for like 2 weeks in their soup lines and all of their recovery efforts.
What are you saying, that even now you are spying on them?
I guess? I mean, after living ever since the battle, I've been trying to survive in the city, and I just, well, I don't know where to go. You're the first people that understand who the true Sun King is that I've seen since we were nearly wiped out. At least the first living ones.
You are isolated in enemy territory. Yes. Perhaps this is your chance then. Help us dispose of the blasphemers, and you can join our hunt in earnest and return home triumphant.
Yeah. In fact, I've been thinking about this. If we just sort of wait until after the battle with the beast, everyone is going to be worn down. We just have to let the others do most of the work. And then once the beast falls, they'll be exhausted, and we can just kill them then and there. I mean, I don't understand how else you're going to be able to... Look, I know you're powerful, and all of you were able to sneak up on us without an issue, but even so, I'm worried that Tech Talk would have been able to take you alone.
Then this is our chance. Kill them now. We will destroy this creature with honor and be heroes to our cause.
I didn't realize that honor was still a part of our calling. I mean, if we get rid of them now, then we're the ones that are going to be weakened, and the beast will have destroyed all of us.
Give me... Yeah, persuade.
I have... Where is it? Tribal quarrel. Attempts to convince or negotiate with someone of the opposed tribe. They are of my tribe, so that doesn't
Correct.
apply.
Yeah, that wouldn't apply in this particular case.
Got a 1.
Oh. You make a compelling argument. Yes, let's let the pawns engage first. Weaken it. Whether or not they survive the encounter, we will reign triumphant, and what happens to them afterwards, well... Yes. Rest well, for you will be going home in the morning. After the hunt, of course.
It'll be good to go home.
Yes. And you will be received with great cheer and celebration, having lifted the Eclipse from the ashes to some of its former glory. Rest well.
Good night. And Belfort will go back to his bedroll and begin his rest.
Very good.
And even though he has the struggle narcoleptic, where you must spend the entire rest sleeping, he has difficulty getting to sleep now that he has dug himself 2 graves.
Interesting to see how that's going to play out. So, because he doesn't rest the whole time, does that mean that you don't
I don't benefit
recover
from the rest. No.
Okay. Gotcha. But you hadn't taken any wound or health damage.
No,
have
I
you?
still have full health and full effort. The
so-
issue is that I might get exhausted.
Yes.
Hmm.
All right. Clanker, you had been making some stuff. Did you
Oh yeah.
get that finished?
Yeah, I posted it in the result of that in the stream chat. That way, I wouldn't interrupt the scene.
Ah, thank you.
But
Perfect. That's just fine. I will glance at it. In fact, I think this is a great moment to take a break.
Awesome.
We will take a 10-minute break and return at the half hour. Thank you all for sticking with us, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next now that the two groups have formed an uneasy alliance. Hope you'll stick with us, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you then. Hello and welcome back. Let us all wake to a new dawn that rises way overhead and through the rock. Our two uneasy alliances will stir, make some breakfast, check their weapons, armor, and supplies. Anything anyone wants to do this morning?
I would like to glare some more.
You gotta practice it. You know, it's like stretching in the morning. You know.
You don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know Tech Talk uses a bow. Belfort, are you our other bow user?
I don't think I've ever used a bow.
Oh, it's Rarzan that uses the other bow.
I have a sling.
You have a sling. All right. Could have sworn we had two people with bows, but oh well.
I can throw things decently far if that helps.
Well, I just made a shitload of arrows, is all.
Oh.
So, Tech Talk.
Yes.
I'm going to give you 40 arrows. They're a bit beefier than the arrows you have been using.
Oh. What are they?
These are hard point arrows. They'll come in handy against the thick hide of the creature we're going to be fighting.
Yes, the creature.
And I'm gonna kind of tap one of the arrowheads against, because you're wearing armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tap
yes.
it against your breastplate. Good against this.
Good. How many?
I gave you 40.
Whew.
I had a
Oh.
productive evening.
I'll lean over to Clanker. I don't know if she can count that high.
Enough.
You practically have 2 quivers full of hardpoint arrows.
Good number, yes. And maybe I cannot count, but Juicy can.
And as a show of good faith, the remaining 10 that I made the previous evening, I'm going to divide between our allies.
Perfect. Joran and Ixenth will take a few arrows gratefully. Your friend Zavat pulls out that large weapon that he has strapped to his back, and you can see several what can only be described as like crossbows, almost like stacked on top of one another. And he painstakingly loads these arrows into each one, locks it into position, and there's this massive trigger. That
Not gonna
Above
lie,
game.
I'm more than a little
Question.
aroused.
Above game.
Sure.
Does this guy have an arrow shotgun?
Yes, it's called a rattler.
Yeah.
Tech Talk is looking at that hungrily, and she's thinking to herself how good that's going to look in her hands when he is dead and she is not. Yes.
Likewise, as each of you are gearing up, any dents, cuts, what have you, in your armor has been masterfully repaired.
Ooh.
And any weapons that you might be carrying, slings, spears, what have you, are similarly maintained.
Thank you.
And Clanker has a strap across their back now with several canisters kind of hooked onto it
I love that.
for ease of access.
Heck yeah. Wunderbar. After everybody's prepared, maybe had a quick bite, Zavat motions his companions out and will head out into the caves, seemingly unconcerned whether or not you follow.
Yeah, Tech Talk is going to use her excellent hardcore parkour to impressively follow and then get in front of him.
Sure.
Because she can.
You know what? They do need light sources too, so let's give.
We love a light source in a dark cave.
Yep.
Or other dark spaces.
Oh, speaking of, the light source that I kind of whipped up yesterday, can I have, attach that to the bandolier I've made to
Sure. Yeah.
free up my hands? Awesome.
So it hangs like a small lantern at your chest. Similarly, Xanth presses a battery, essentially, into a slot on the shoulder of her armor, and laced wiring begins to glow brightly from her armor,
Ooh.
casting light about 5-10 feet out.
Admiring that.
Just moving you all along. There we go. All right. You head past where you fought the scrappers previously and enter into a small grotto that looks like you'll have to do a little bit of climbing to mount the ledge ahead. You can see light pouring, the morning sunlight pouring down through an opening in the cavern ceiling, just past that ridge. But the area is for you to explore. Sorry.
So when I get to the bottom of the area where it looks like we're going to have to start climbing, I'll pull my focus out and see if I sense anything.
Sure. So your focus extends out how many zones?
3 zones.
3 zones. Nothing pings in way of machines. However, you do pick up a container just south of your position. Looks like it might be in a little alcove to your right.
Hey guys, I think there's a container right down here on the right-hand side.
Nice.
There's no
I don't have a
tech
light source
nearby, but
You should. You might not have a light source, but you're in the area of a light source.
Ah. Well, then I will go check it out.
Where is it?
I think it's around that corner there.
Ah.
It's okay, guys. I'm sure you guys would have found it sooner or later.
Rarzan, will you roll me like a perception?
That's just a standard D10, right?
Yep. Unless you have anything that
Finally.
improves your ability to pick out details, visual details.
No, a 10.
Okay.
All my ones are finally averaging back out.
Your companions seem disinterested with whatever little trash that your folks may have found. So they just kind of wait at the climb, deciding what they're gonna do. All right.
Tech, are you going to see what's in there?
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
Can I check it out?
Yeah. You open it up. Will you give me a D10, please?
I would happily. I rolled a 10.
Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and spend the effort to help.
Sure.
Hey, Tech Talk, are you feeling all right? You got enough sleep?
I think so. Oh, wait. Oh,
No.
that's not how you open it, is it?
No, the hinges are on this side, which means the latch is on. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay. Should I try again?
Yeah.
So
There.
this particular container is a little bit confusing. It's a sleek-ish metal box with strange latches. Possibly from the metal world.
Oh no. Is it a puzzle box? I just rolled a 2.
No.
Does a pipe pop out?
We have such sights.
You have to kind of wrench it open. It looks old, and the metal is rusted and corroded. A lot of undergrowth has trapped the box, but with your
You know what, Tech Talk,
magnificent
just
muscles.
just break it. It's fine. I'm
Yeah,
surprised that's not how you started, to be honest.
I smashed the thing. It's fine. I got it.
You said you rolled
right.
a 2?
A 2. Yeah.
All right. You find a ring.
Ooh. One
An
ring
ancient
to rule
ring.
them all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And an ancient wreath of some kind.
A wreath?
Yeah.
Are we-
Something like
are we-
like a circlet.
Oh, okay.
So like a laurel wreath, not like a Christmas wreath.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
These
Didn't
are.
you know they have Christmas in their Horizon universe?
I mean, it may have before the apocalypse, but not after. Because nobody knows Jesus, Lord and Savior.
You mean when the world ended, they stole Santa Claus?
Oh, Santa Claus died.
What do you think
He was
ended
one of
the
the
world?
first to go, and it wasn't pretty.
Nope.
That's horrible. So, these items look interesting. What do they do? Pray tell.
So, for a warrior like you, they seem to have no intrinsic value other than. Yeah, they don't have any value for you.
Flanker, you know stuff good.
Hobble.
Faster.
Alright. Let's take hold of the ring and let's take a look.
What does it do?
These are artifacts of the old ones. Things that they wore or valued and would be of some shard value to collectors and merchants.
The person who hired us fancied themselves a collector, if I recall.
It doesn't do anything.
Not for us, but we can. We know someone who will be very interested in this and who will likely reward us.
Is the other thing boring too?
They're both basically just antiques that we can trade in and be like, hey, more money, please, right?
All right, fine, take them, and then whatever.
Do you have any like headgear or anything like that?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got like a 10-point stag skull like strapped to my head with tons of like blue fabric strips that sort of hang down real low.
Gotcha. So a wreath probably wouldn't work too well unless. Now your neck is probably too thick to use it as a torque as well.
All I can think of is that moment in Gentlemen for Blondes where Marilyn's like, she picks up the diamond tiara and she's like, oh, I just love finding new ways to wear diamonds. And she's like trying to put it on her neck. And it doesn't fit.
Aww.
Clanker's gonna put on the ring, disappear, attract a ring wraith.
Tale as old as time.
Mm-hmm. You know, that'll chestnut. And is anyone not wearing, like, a headpiece?
I mean, I'm just wearing
that's
robes.
Probably down right now.
Alright, gonna pass the wreath over to our robed friend.
Which robed friend?
Oh, you're both wearing robes. Shit.
The priest or
The priest or the rogue?
I think Belport, are you our rogue or are you our priest? I am having trouble keeping.
I'm the sneaky one.
I need to work harder. If you can't remember, I'm the priest. I gotta work harder.
It has been a very long day.
No! What have you done?
I think that you've taken on somewhat of a leadership role. I think this would look quite nice on you, at least until we get back and can maybe earn a few more shards from it.
Okay.
okay. It's like, okay, all right, whatever.
I think there's.
Pause.
I think
Okay.
we can. It looks like they're leaving. We should probably follow them.
They have scaled the
They might get hurt if we're not around.
6-7 foot wall to
Right.
and now stand on the higher platform.
Would my
climbing.
hardcore parkour apply here? I'm not 100% sure if it would. But with a running start, I can use my momentum to perform acrobatic feats. If I've made a move action this turn, I can spend an effort to slide an additional zone. Would that apply? Could I use my momentum to basically allow myself
Slide
to climb
upwards?
more easily up?
Interesting. Yes. Sure.
Wow.
Slide upwards. It's kind of like wall jumping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is instead of like necessarily sliding so much as like using the momentum to carry myself up.
Yeah. Sure.
Swell. Then I do that.
Wonderful. So Tech bounds and scrambles up the wall with amazing grace and ease.
Do we have anything resembling a rope?
I keep getting
Sure.
token collide. I can't climb up, so you may have to put me up on the ledge.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing.
Same. Could we have given Tech Talk the rope? That way, once they're up there, they can secure it to make
Sure.
the rest
Yeah.
of our climbs a little easier.
Sure.
That works for me. She'll do that.
Excellent. Because I'm going to need all the help I can get.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah, I struggle up there too. Rarzan not only skipped leg day, he skipped arm day as well.
Weak friends.
All right, let's see.
Belfort's
Oh, that's a
already up
1.
top.
What's that?
That's a 1.
Do we have to roll to climb? Is that what I'm hearing?
I do.
It's not terribly dangerous right
Okay.
now, so I'm gonna say it's not necessary.
Okay.
And it's not like if you fail, you're gonna fall and
Okay, that's
die.
what I was worried about. That my leg would give out and I'd introduce myself to gravity.
Zavat gathers his people and they mutter between themselves very briefly before he turns. We're gonna check this path. You check that one.
Right?
Okay, I walk up to
so-
the foot of the path and
Yeah.
use my focus.
Interestingly enough, Rarzan, the first ping you get is behind you. There is something in the water of the pool behind you. A source of holographic light. And it's a circle with a sideways triangle for an icon.
Hey guys, there's something over here.
Mosey my
I'll
way
peer
over.
into the pool.
See, there's that shiny thing with the hologram. Do I
How deep
recognize
is
the
it?
symbol?
Your father has told you about messages left by the old ones that are scattered throughout the world. This may be one of them.
Is there an obvious way to activate the message?
Yes, you're familiar enough with focuses and how to interact with them that you know to press the button.
Do we have to get it out of the water?
No,
Nope. Press play.
press play. The data is partially corrupted, but it appears to be a text to audio file. The file itself is entitled "Facility Has Gone Dark." Message from MAAMA, Minor Alternative Artemis Mission Automation. This is a negative event-generated report. The Rio Grande Artemis Satellite Facility is designated silent. Last contact from Acting Director Silva logged 2347 Zulu, December 31st, 2099. Environmental systems suspended. Cryopreservation subroutines locked. Genesis subroutines awaiting signal activation. All unnecessary subroutines deactivated for MAAMA hypervisor. Good night, and sweet dreams.
I have no idea what any of that meant.
Thank you for that waste of time.
But it's ancient technology. It was at least cool to see.
He's already gone.
And
Would Belfort have any experience with these?
has Belfort used a focus before?
I'm thinking maybe, just because he was a scout.
Sure.
His job was to gather information. Some of that information is tech-based. So he might have a rudimentary understanding because he was never fully trained.
Give me a roll for it. D10.
Cool.
And while he's doing that, is there any way that Rarzan could use his focus to record it?
Oh yeah, it automatically saves.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be able to repeat it if you need to.
Yeah, I got an autosave file.
Exactly. Sorry, what'd you roll?
2.
2. Your parents had a focus between them, and they showed you how to some of the basics, like very basics, like kind of like teaching you how to drive, but once a month or so. And one of the things that they showed you how to do was to read these messages from the old ones. Some of them are simply text files. Some of them are audio. And if you don't have a focus, you can't interact with them.
Okay. So I'd probably understand that the files are from the old ones, and sometimes they talk about the surrounding area in strange ways.
Correct. They reference things, places, people that are either long gone or have disappeared into this new iteration of Earth. And they are scattered puzzle pieces. But they do tend to be more prevalent around bona fide ruins of the old ones.
So, did you say, Rarzan, you said it said that, like something like Genesis was yet to be activated or on standby?
I replay it. Is that what it said?
Cryopreservation subroutines locked. Genesis subroutines awaiting activation signal.
Huh. Well, I've heard a couple of these before when I was... It doesn't matter when. So... that's sort of, if I remember right, it means that there is something in here that's probably still on. And if we can find it, we can turn it all the way on.
Okay. That's more information than I had.
Fair enough. All right.
So now we're supposed to come down this trail.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow them.
So by the time all of that is resolved, they have disappeared down the tunnel. Rarzan, your focus picks up another, or picks up a machine. And this one, she's a biggin. And it is lurking in the waters to the south.
Hey guys.
Very close to where Tech is.
Hey guys.
Wow.
There's a big one.
Tech, if you
I think it's in that water area. Right over there.
Yeah, if you will give me a perceive roll.
Oh boy,
visual
would
perception.
I?
Ooh,
Yeah.
another recording. A big one. Ooh, another recording.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
I love chaos. 9.
Trying to find out where your companions disappeared to, you miss the lights in the water as the snap maw slides through the water and opens its gaping razor sharp maw to attack.
I don't know what you folks are worried about. I want to live forever.
Yep.
Not even God himself could kill you.
Nope.
Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah. So I need reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I roll a d20? Force it.
Excuse me.
That is a 7.
All right, so that's 7 for Clanker.
2.
Nice. 2 for Tech. Might have the reflexes to avoid it.
Like I said, I'm gonna live forever.
Ryzan?
6.
6. And Belfort?
And
What's that? 10?
10.
Oof.
1 0.
So
Double digits.
Belfort's more distracted with trying to find the others. Tech, you, with the alert from Rarzan and just your impeccable hunted instincts,
I'm amazing.
You spin around to see the large machine bearing down on you. What are you doing?
Obviously, I'm gonna stab at it with my damn spear.
Stab at it with your damn spear.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And this has chill effect on it because I have a chill coil. Oh, hold on, wait. Am I looking at the right thing? I did. I put a chill coil on the spear. Yes.
Yes, you did. Yep.
I rolled
Thanks
a 3.
to Clanker.
Yes, thank you, Clanker. So I rolled a 3.
Oh, perfect. Your spear drives into the creature or the machine as it goes to attack, dealing 1 damage. Perfect. All right. Ryzan, you go next.
All right, so she attacked it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Your spear right into it.
I am going to use 2 effort and do a combo
Ooh.
with forget his name.
Belfort?
Yes, Belfort.
Okay.
And basically, what I imagine that I'm doing is I'm standing back here and I'm distracting him, shouting him about all the glories of the Sun King, and hopefully it's just going to confuse him enough that Belfort will be able to, like, what is that guy talking about? And just like shank him.
Okay.
You got this, Belfort.
So that is not necessarily your action. Combo is not an action in these later versions of the game. That's just you can do that whenever. It just has to be before my roll.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So you still have an action.
Yeah. What else would you like to do?
Well, that's okay. Then I guess I'll use my detect action to scan it.
Sure.
See if it has any weaknesses, what I can strip off of it.
Yeah,
And now
absolutely.
that I'm tier 3, I can tag it so that I can know where it goes. Like if it were to go underwater, whatever, I could track it.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. So your scan will reveal the 2 predominant blaze canisters just on its shoulders, and there are several pods along its spine that are resource canisters that, if shot off, might contain something.
Okay.
Is it
hey
candy?
guys, there's canisters on there. Take care of it. And then I'll back up a little bit.
Oh, you will also get that this particular machine is susceptible to fire.
And it's susceptible to fire. That's it. I'm out.
Ooh.
All right. Snapmaw turn. It leaps out of the water and makes its jaw attack. Tech. I need an avoid roll.
Okay. Lucky 10.
Are you counting in your armor?
Oh, shoot. Lucky 8.
Okay.
Oh,
Its jaws clamp around you, and while your armor manages to keep you from being squished and turned into raw meat, you do...
Not her kink.
Yeah, no. You do feel its saw blade teeth cut into you. Take 1 damage.
No, thank you.
That is still a failed check, so if you're missing any effort, you get 1 back.
Yep.
I wasn't, sadly.
All right, Clanker.
alright. So, I would kind of like to load one of these blaze bombs into my sling.
Yes.
And I want to lob it in such a way that I'm able to catch it without igniting Tech Talk.
That is doable, considering this is a massive machine. If you put it at its rear end, you're fairly confident that the explosion will not reach Tech.
Excellent. Alright. So, that is a 3.
That hits. Fantastic.
Excellent.
All right, so explodes with explodes with attack
Right.
4. So now the Well, it's not so sorry. Remind me, Dennis. So if it's going against a straight, oh, never mind.
So
get it,
explosives work like monster attacks.
Mm-hmm.
There's no rolls. It's just
gotcha.
avoid checks.
Okay. But when it's an avoid check for a monster?
No, it's 2 static numbers. Whichever one's higher wins.
Oh, so
Oh, sorry, whichever one's lower wins.
The bomb's gonna hit it no matter what.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so the bomb bursts open, and the blaze that it contained explodes all over the back half of this creature or this machine, and the fire spreads quickly along its form. So it is experiencing blaze burn.
Yeah.
And it will take 1 damage every 3 turns for 1 minute or until extinguished.
Nice.
And then I would like to move to get away from it, because I imagine it's not going to like the fact that I just set it on fire.
Yeah, nah. Not particularly.
So if there's, if I could be moved to, like, I don't know, like behind an outcropping or something of that nature, I would be very appreciative.
How's that?
That looks good.
Perfect. All right, Belfort, you're up.
So I'm going to, having been told, like, I have this combo to use, which will just go away if I miss. So I'm going to yell at Tech Talk, Tech, hold it still for a second.
With my hands?
Yeah, you're stronger than that thing. And essentially, mechanically, what I'm asking for is the help. So I get an extra die on the attack.
Well, I remember that Rarzan did provide...
Rarzan did a combo.
Yeah.
Which adds to the damage.
Oh,
Now
gotcha.
he's asking Tech to give him 1 effort so that he can roll 2 dice so that he can hit better.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
He wants accuracy and
effort, but
damage.
Yeah, there you go.
And this way, if by some random chance, 1 in a million, Tech fails a roll, will regain effort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to take a rock from a pouch instead of the ground. I've been collecting little solid pieces of flint because they spark really nicely.
Ooh,
and I'm
yeah.
going to aim for one of the blaze canisters on its back.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
Three.
So, the canisters are armored.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm specifically aiming for the canister,
Right.
guessing that it's going to be harder to hit.
Right. Did we ever figure out, like, aiming for specific parts? Because I know that was something that we had talked about, like, as far as...
I know we talked about it. I don't remember what we landed on.
Yeah.
I would probably just off the cuff say -1 to defense because they're going to be harder to hit.
Oh, that's fair. But I think that will still beat it. So, yeah.
Yes. So it takes 2 damage, and then the blaze canister explodes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
More
fire.
it
Teamwork,
is.
guys. Teamwork.
Somehow, Belfort, like Tech, you wrestle this thing. We're going gator wrestling.
Yeah, I was imagining like holding its jaws shut.
And almost pitting it to the ground as
Like its head.
Belfort lines up the shot with encouragement from Rarzan and an indication of where the weak point is. You lace that flint right into the armor that surrounds the canister, and you hear a crack followed very shortly by an explosion of blaze. Tech, give me an avoid roll. This one is going to be out of 10 because this is a powered attack.
But would it be versus fire?
Yes. Oh,
you
that's
have
right.
a fire coil in your armor.
You do have a fire coil in your armor. Which...
So that's going to be a D8.
Yeah, allows you to roll a D8 instead of a D10.
Correct. I rolled a 6.
Unfortunately, that is not enough.
I tried.
You did.
You did. It's all in the roll
And you
of
get
the
effort
dice,
back,
right?
so you can try harder next time.
So the canister will burst. You'll take Blaze Burn, Tech.
What does that do?
That's 1 damage for every round for 1 minute until you get put out.
That's a wound, correct?
Yes. But it's a short-lived wound. So it's not like one that you rest from. But the danger, however, is handled as the machine writhes in the water, fire consuming its form despite the cooling liquid around it. The blaze just spurred on almost by its thrashing, and eventually it just curls up and bakes.
Yeah, I don't wait for that eventually. I immediately throw myself into the water.
Fair enough.
Just putting that out there.
You will take at least 1 damage, though.
Can I use paramedic while she's doing that to help her to have it not take the damage?
Maybe once the fire's out.
Well, no, paramedic is helps with wounds. So
Paramedic would be to put the fire out fast enough so it doesn't take damage.
No, because it was Tech's turn next and would have taken the damage on her turn. Yeah, you'll still take that 1, but you can put it out fast enough that it causes no more harm.
Well, so I do that, and then I demand healing from my weak friends.
So I will walk up to her and be like, "Oh, let me see that." I'll take out some bandages and start. And she'll, I'll use 2 effort to use heal, which will restore the health. And were we saying you get a +1 to that healing with that medicine kit that we bought earlier, the medicine pouch?
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. So I'm back to full?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Because I had taken 2 damage. Let's go kill a monster.
Man, you guys did great.
Yes, and you did nothing.
Is
He
there
did
anything
something. I wouldn't have
salvageable?
known what to aim for if he hadn't told me about the blaze canisters.
I mean, where's the rest of my guards? Where'd they go?
Your guards?
The
Yeah.
the other
The
people went on
the
ahead.
people who are
They
protecting me
kinda-
on this adventure.
Oh, yes, the people we will murder as dessert. I do not know.
Okay. Clanker, why don't you take a stab at that thing? I bet you're gonna get some juicy stuff out of that.
Assuming there's even anything left to salvage. We did slightly blow it up.
Only slightly.
I mean, the water. I'm sure there's something.
I am on fire. That's another one.
Oh, beautiful.
What?
Choose your
Wait,
choose your
These
parts.
princes have been very kind. I think I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Do a heart. Let's do hold up. Let me pull up the table again. Let's do a heart and a nerve.
Okay.
Let's do 2 canisters. And
For
then,
that, I'll give you 1 canister and 1 resource container. Mostly because one of the canisters was destroyed.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. So what would a resource container be?
We'll say that that's another tier 3 item.
Cool. And then let's do can I do 2 vessels?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Whip that up and let's see.
All right. Clanker.
I guess we can keep sorry, go ahead.
Clanker finishes stripping down the snap maw and peering over the bushes, Farzan, you can see the 3 figures of the other party skulking forward in the next cave.
And then we were supposed to investigate this area, right? Over this way. To the left on the map.
Yes, but I'll go ahead and tell you that there's nothing much over there. Just for time's sake.
Okay, guys. Let's catch up with the rest of the group.
Oh, there you guys are. As we catch up.
Huh.
Man, you guys walked right by a big monster.
Shush! I'm not sure why there's like this weird cutoff there, but...
Sorry.
They both shush! And they make a sign pointing ahead to the alcove ahead. There is something small shifting around at the back of the cave.
Use my focus.
Your focus will determine that the small moving thing is a human child.
Dinner.
Wow.
Hey
Maybe
guys,
it would be good to side with the evil fucking cultists at this point instead of a cannibal.
there's a child up ahead.
Oh. Maybe never mind.
A child? Like a baby?
Yeah, either a baby or a young child.
Well, to you, everything's a baby if it's younger than you. You're what, 15?
Yes, I'm 15. I'm almost a man.
He's
After
Shut
this-
your faces!
Just saying, he has a lot to learn.
You are terrible hunters.
Well, I'm not hunting children.
Perhaps this creature eats children. Like that one. Pointing at Tech.
Can I maybe do a wild survivalist check to see what they're so concerned about?
Sure.
That's a 4?
Besides the obvious, what the heck is a child doing down here?
Yeah.
Besides that fact, or that question, really, the second question is it alone?
Can I
And
tell if it's alone?
good.
Yeah.
Oh, very good question. With that roll, you will take notice of tracks in the surrounding moss, the stonework under your feet. It all has large claw marks.
Mm-hmm. How large we talking?
Talking about the size of your head.
Okay, so we're getting fun. Great.
I would like to hide and get as close to the child as I can.
The group is moving
Suck
up
concerning himself.
ahead of you. Do you wish to stop them?
No, I'm not. I don't have the initiative to stop them,
Okay.
but I'll still hide.
All right. Give me a stealth. 1.
1.
You disappear into the shadow.
So, just to clarify on the map, which direction is the child?
In this direction?
Okay, so out to the east.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will cautiously move forward with my bow out. And we'll pop in a hardpoint arrow.
You got this,
It's
Tech Talk.
knocked but not pulled. And I'm going to continually scan for creatures.
Give me a perception check.
Yep. 6. So not middling.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. The 4 approach, including Belfort, who's one with the shadows, to examine the child who, to all observation, is sleeping. in a pile of hay. There are scattered animal bones about. But otherwise, the child has not awoken or taken notice yet.
I'd like to take a closer look at these footprints around this cave and try to figure out if they were made by an animal or a machine.
Okay. Do you have a town for that, or you just want to roll your d10?
No, I'm just going to roll a d10.
Okay.
4.
The cuts are a little too symmetrical, and there are metallic flecks that would denote a machine.
Well,
And
I think we found its lair.
from your vantage point, especially being stealthed, a shadow, or the shadows to the south, deepen, and you can see movement. The lights, the dim LED-ish lights of a machine break that curtain of blackness. And whatever it is moving forward toward your group.
Am I able to move around the corner to get out of view while making a quick signal to folks?
You haven't spotted it.
Oh, okay.
This is all Belfort.
Okay.
I'm going to... Belfort is torn by the same dilemma that kept him up last night. And he looks at his new companions that he came here with, and he glances at the people that understand his culture and his upbringing. And he slinks into the shadows and doesn't alert either of them.
Ooh. Interesting. The hulking, bear-like machine lumbers into the edge of the light. Its eyes turn from that passive blue to yellow to red as it recognizes the sudden danger and threats around. It lifts up on its hind legs and opens its maw into 3 pieces in this terrifying roar, mechanical roar of defiance. And I need reactions.
Don't love that.
I need something good here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what. Need some good music here. All right. Creature index. There we go. All right. So, what do we got? Tech.
7.
Okay. Keep those guys as they are. Rarzan?
3.
What is with Rarzan and these bonkers good reaction checks every time?
He's just blessed.
He's
Blessed
so
by
good
the Sun
at running
King.
away.
Right.
I can't do anything till you guys do stuff, but sure. That's
Clanker?
9.
And Belfort?
5.
Interesting. All right, Rarzan, you get to go first.
I'll use my detect. Weaknesses, scrap, and then
So for you,
I can track it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for you, this machine is something you had never, ever experienced before. And it even takes your focus a few seconds to parse the new data, as this is something it did not have in its records either. However, it does its quick analysis, and it will label it a Fireclaw. And this Fireclaw is weak to cold, and has a large blaze sack, granted armored, on its stomach, and 2 power cells at its flanks.
Hey guys, it's weak to cold damage, and it's got a big fire sack on its belly. Have fun.
I sense a pattern.
Information!
Bye!
I mean, if you get hurt, I'll come back.
All right. Everybody's gonna react. So, Belfort.
I'm first?
Yep. Well, after Rarzan, anyway.
I'm going to... I'm going to move next to the child and protect it.
Okay.
Protect him. I will hold my action to attack anything that makes a move against move to harm this child. Still hidden from everyone.
Sure. All right. Mama's turn. Or the Fireclaw's turn. Let's see. What fun things can we do here? It kind of takes in a breath and fires out a fireball, for lack of a better term. And that is going to, or going at know what? It's going after the Eclipse, guys. Oop. It's an odd angle, but it's pretty practiced. So that is a roll from them. Or no, I guess, because they're NPCs too, so it'd be static as well. They are caught in this explosion of flame, which ignites both of them in the front, both Exanth and Joran. Zavat happened to be just far enough away that he did not get scorched. And it's gonna move, kind of shoulder its way through the little pass and move in close.
Oh geez, now we can see it.
Yeah. Hello, folks.
Don't like that.
There you go.
Oh boy.
All right. Joran throws or takes a stab at it. But his blade does not penetrate the armor, and he will retreat away from its massive claws.
Right into Tech Talk's massive claws.
Yep. Exanth musters up and is going to make or attempts a swipe at the beast. What's our 6 versus? So this is weird when it's NPC versus NPC. The static rolls, like, they're never gonna hit.
It's just static rolls. If they're tied, they both roll a d10, but other than that, it's just one will always hit the other.
Yeah. So, yeah, Exanth is not going to land a hit as much as she wants to. Zavat will move up, and he might actually. Let me see what his. Yes, he will hit.
Ooh.
His blade coming in and cutting into that blaze sack just under the armor. Scoring it, but not penetrating it. All right, Tech.
Yeah, so I have some choices right now, some interesting choices. So I think what I would like to do is, if possible, I would like to loose my arrow at the creature, but also try running and hiding in order for the big bear thing to presume that whatever shot the arrow was person in green and
Yep.
not me.
Make him as Joran. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you like me to do?
I will need a roll for the attack.
Yep.
And
Doing that now? The attack was a 3, and that was with a hardpoint arrow. So, if this is an armored opponent, I get an extra roll, but that was
you do.
a 3.
Yeah, this thing is
Yeah.
armored.
Yep. So the 3 was the better of the 2. So that one.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
The arrow finds its way between the plates and sinks in, dealing a second point of damage. All right. As far as the running and hiding, that would technically be an action, unless you move to a place that is completely out of sight of the creature.
Yeah, I was gonna like hide behind this rock.
Okay. Clanker.
All right. I think I'd like to. I'm gonna take a shot at the blaze canister or the blaze sack that's on it.
Ooh. Okay.
Alright.
It's going to be a more difficult shot, not only because of your distance, which you can close the distance, but also because there's a lot of cover from your allies as well as natural formations.
Okay. I don't want to move out from cover because then I don't have that cover against it.
Sure.
So, take a quick pot shot.
For the actual rules for cover, a creature has partial cover when more than half of their body is behind protection. If a monster benefits from partial cover, their defense decreases by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Does it work the same way for PCs?
No.
Or?
If a PC has cover, they get an extra die on their avoid check.
Ooh, I like that. All right. So I'm going to spend 3 effort in boost. Take the time, line up the shot, and come on, low roll. I don't imagine a 3 does it.
A 3 does do it.
Oh shit! Okay.
Nice.
Glad I spent that effort. The other was a 10.
Yeah. No. You now what were you using? Ammo?
Just a sling.
No, what ammo?
Uh,
You think you
Slings.
said a hard-tipped arrow.
I mean, would I be able to use a hard-tipped arrow with a...
Oh,
Not a
no, you
hard-
give them all away. Never mind.
Yeah,
never
not a
mind.
hard-tipped arrow. I mean, I suppose you can just use a sling bullet.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If I had thought of it, I would have been like, hey, can I make the case for hard-tipped sling bullets, but hindsight.
I mean, yeah, hindsight is 20/20, right?
Yep. So, yeah, just a regular sling bullet.
The bullet lodges itself into the flame sack, which has already taken some damage, and it explodes with force. I'm gonna have to roll some, or no, I don't roll.
Whoops.
Yeah. Xanth and Zavat both have flame wash over them as this sack ruptures and explodes with blaze. that same blaze does start burning the Fireclaw, but you can tell that the effect is greatly diminished.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I'm more hoping is less, hey, super cool explosion. I'm hoping that this disabled that fireball attack, or at least made it
smart.
made it so that if it tries to do it again, bad things happen.
Sure. The child, startled out of his sleep.
What, you didn't sleep through an explosion?
Yeah,
Well,
nah.
see.
Wakes to see all of this chaos literally erupting around him. All these strangers around, and leaps up, growling and shouting nonsense. Literal, like, just garbled non-language. Belfort, give me a D10.
Nine.
Oof.
Yay, I get effort back.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
The child runs at, or makes, at least attempts to run at the Fireclaw. What are you doing?
If you'll allow it, I was holding my action to attack things that were going to harm the child. So if the child is running towards a burning Fireclaw, I would love to please attack the Fireclaw.
Sure. You can do that.
I'm just going with, like, that was what would happen if I have a chance. I'd like to, like, grab the child instead, but my held action was not to do that, and there's no
I don't mind you changing it up.
reactions really. Okay, cool. I will grab that child
Okay.
and go the other direction.
Yeah, give me a D10 to grapple.
I'm gonna boost that, because that was actually, you know what? No. Story. That was another 9.
All right. The child slips. Like, you're not expecting this child to suddenly leap forward and attempt to go at the Fireclaw. So you're a little slow on the reaction to grab at him as he sprints and leaps onto the back of the burning Fireclaw.
That's kind of badass.
All right. Rarzan.
I have no idea what to do with that. So, I can't see anything because my character is so far away. Move my character up so I can see.
Did you want to move closer, or?
No, I moved my character close so I could see. I don't know if I'm actually going to move him.
Oh, gotcha.
Move him closer. So we've got the 2 people are hurt. Do they look like they're more than halfway injured? Like
yes.
Halfway dead? Is this closest guy here, the guy in green, is he over halfway hurt?
No, but He is on fire.
Okay. Come in on this guy. I will use 2 effort and heal a health, and then run back out.
Okay. All right.
And yes, I'm aware he's on the people who are gonna kill me eventually, but I think they're allies. So.
Belfort.
Am I still hidden?
For intents and purposes, nobody seems to be paying attention to you right now.
He still hasn't made a decision.
Indecision leads to inaction.
Yeah, no, he's gonna... Decision leads to nothing. He's going to move back here, like away from the combat, but still inside the nest, and that's it.
All right. The fire claw rakes its massive paws at Xanth and Zavat, scoring deep wounds across each of them, and Xanth falls, bleeding profusely from gouges across her torso. Zavat stumbles backward, still aflame. And moves to pull out his weapon, or his rattler. Joran is going to take an action to put out the fire. Begins rolling around in the dirt and patting himself down. And then that goes to Tech.
Yeah, so I think here what we're gonna do is actually pull out my spear, come around the corner, and am I able to hit another one of those like reservoirs on it?
So it doesn't have any blaze reservoirs. It does have a couple of shock coils.
Okay. Can I do that?
I mean, you won't be able to ignite them, but...
No, but at least try to disable some of its other abilities or capacity to harm. That would be swell.
Right at this point, it would just be straight up damage.
Okay, alright, then I'm just going to do that then.
Alright.
That is a 1.
Does she have a frost? Does she have a frost coil on her weapon too?
I do. Yeah, I do have a chill
She
coil.
does.
Yes.
How do you do this?
So I sneak around the rock, and from behind I use all of my strength to jam it into the side of the beast and push in as hard as I can. And I think there's like a tsk as the chill coil like expels its energy inside the beast. And of course it will need to recharge for a few seconds, but there's like probably like a rattling inside the big bear beast as it's reacting to that cold, like frosty energy inside.
Sure.
And
Your chilling blow is too much for the now massively damaged Fireclaw. The servos and motors grind and begin to seize as the frost overtakes them and holds them in place. The beast sways and stumbles in place, swiping at air in front of it, hoping to take down one last threat with it as it collapses to the ground. And to end our part 2, as the threat lays beaten, the Fireclaw's lights dimming, the child on its back begins to shake it. Mama! Mama!
Yep.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
I do one last thing.
What you got?
As Xenith, that cultist that's right next to me, was backing up away from
That
this
one's
bear
Zavat.
machine.
But yes.
Zavat.
Yeah.
I would like to walk up right behind them and slit their throat.
Wow. Your blade cuts into his jugular, and his arterial spray washes out in front. And you don't, only Tech can see the look of surprise on his face as he sinks to his knees, clutching at the wound before he collapses. Joran, the last man standing, sees this. Points his dagger at you, acknowledging that he will find you and kill you for this traitorous act before he runs off back into the caves. Oof.
We liberated the hell out of that kid.
Oh no. This is not a problem I was expecting to have.
As soon as I heard child, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, the second there was that feral kid just sleeping there, I knew what we were getting into.
Yep. Hey kid, how'd you like to be an orphan again?
It's all right. The church will take him in. We need more priests.
Oh, wow.
He already speaks nonsense. He's a perfect fit.
This was surprisingly intense, especially right there at the end. This was fantastic. Thank you all so much. This was a powerful ending to part 2 of this 3-part series. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I know we kind of dwindled in viewership, but for those of you who stuck it out and enjoyed this intense final battle, thank you so much. We have, surprisingly, raised $55 for Planned Parenthood Federation of America, so thank you for those of you who have donated. Really appreciate it. And thank you to my wonderful players for making this such a fun little adventure. Thank you so much. We'll do our little outros here. We'll go ahead and start with Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I'm writing this thing. Not the adventure, not Horizon, just the system we're using to tell the story. And tonight
Correct.
I played Belfort, and I don't think I've had a character that's had this much of a moral quandary before, so that's fun.
I love the life you're bringing to this, and the dilemmas. I love the drama, absolutely. So thank you. Anything you want to share with our audience?
I'm doing
stuff.
If you're not already there, you should go check out the SAGAS Discord server, because we're starting to put together some community events. We are going to have a new campaign run by entirely the community coming up soon, so keep your eye out for details on that. We also have started doing First Fridays, where everyone from the community is invited to come hang out on the first Friday night of every month. We are going to usually be playing Jackbox games together. Last time it was hilarious. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long fucking time. But if we don't have enough people to do some Jackbox stuff, we can just start up an impromptu Sagas game. Just to do some more, just because. Try out new settings and genres, new intellectual properties that I haven't tried out yet. So yeah, first Friday night of every month, come hang out with us in the Sagas Discord server for First Friday game night.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Juicy.
Yeah, hi, I'm Juicy Garland, a Boston area drag queen and super nerd. There's a lot I could talk about. You can find me on the twitter.com at juicygarland, same thing on Blue Sky, and at juicy.garland on Instagram. I am back on this channel. Wait, what day of the week is it? It's Tuesday. Thursday.
Yeah.
In 2 days. For Ravenwood, a Monster Hearts actual play that I am fully in love with. And if I could, I would marry it. It's amazing. You should watch it. Also on Cybernation Uncensored on Fridays for Cyberpunk Red. Also, other stuff cooking in the background, both audio and actual play video. So just pay attention to my socials if you're interested in more. Also, an in-person performance on Sunday doing a story hour in Concord, New Hampshire. And more in-person stuff as well, just bubbling up underneath the surface. So just keep paying attention. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Mally.
Hi there. My name is Mally. You can find me on Twitter at Mally_black. Mostly I just shitpost, make fun of turfs, and do more shitposting. I have been having a blast playing Clanker. I am a sucker for a crafting system. So getting to make use of that crafting system and contribute the way I have has been a lot of fun. And I've really been enjoying the story. So looking forward to seeing where things go next Tuesday. I don't really have anything to plug because I mostly just manage to scheme my way onto streams at this point. I don't really have anything else going on, but definitely check out the Discord, check out Sagas, because I am having so much goddamn fun with this system.
Wonderful. Well, we are absolutely glad to have you here. And
thank you very much.
Last but not least, Dorje.
So my name's Nate Lauterback. It's at @Lauterback on Twitter. I am obviously in this. I'm a DM. A couple of games running. Really enjoying the Saga system. You guys really should try it out. It's rules light. As a player, sometimes you can get overwhelmed. It's literally I'm just sitting here, just rolling. It's a little weird. Got to roll low instead of rolling high. But other than that, it's great. I like that it's versatile. I'm thinking about running a Legion of the Damned IP. I don't know if anyone's read that, but it's like a science fiction, military fiction type of world with cyborgs, and that fits just this system would work just as well for this as it is for what we're running now. So other than that, I'm having a blast playing my little naive priest. Thinks everyone should follow the sun god because that's what his dad told him to do. Hopefully he'll get to have a happy ending and not get too jaded.
Hopefully not. But we shall see what's going to happen in part 3. Until then, I have been your Game Mistress Winter. You can find me at Mistress Winter on X, Instagram, and Blue Sky now. I am a writer, aspiring voice actress, graphic designer, and all-around TTRPG hobbyist. You can find me here on my channel, Mistress Winter's Court, on Mondays when we run The Facet, in which Dennis plays Archie. So we will be back next Monday. We did not have a game this week, but we will start back up next week. I also run tech for Ravenwood normally, though this week I will actually be emceeing, so that's going to be a lot of fun to pick up that story. And then I am also working on a podcast in which Juicy alluded to earlier because she is involved, and that is a Monster Hearts actual play podcast called All Our Faults. And we will be putting out teasers here very soon. At least they will be coming out in October, so keep a lookout for those.
So soon.
I know. Time is getting away from me, and I hate it. Because I like
so
it.
ready for the trees to change, though. Ready for sweater weather.
Same.
I live in Texas. There's no such thing.
Fair enough. Until next week, in which we will premiere part 3. I hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and hope you'll come back. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Night.